In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 1st, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Xavier versus Providence. The Xavier Musketeers battle the Providence Friars in a Big East showdown on Wednesday evening. The Musketeers posted a big road win against Seton Hall on Friday. The Friars beat Georgetown on Sunday. Xavier collected an 85-83 home win against Providence last month. The Musketeers are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 Wednesday games. The Friars are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 home games and 16-5 against the spread in their last 21 games overall. The under is 4-1 in Musketeers' last 5 overall. The over is 4-0 in Friars' last 4 overall. The underdog is 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. These teams are eerily similar in their styles of play, identical 21-8 records, and how they measure up from a statistical standpoint. The similarities showed on the court in the February 1st matchup, a game that was 76-76 after 40 minutes, and ultimately saw Xavier prevail 85-83 in Cincinnati. So you have to wonder, can Providence stretch this lead out past the spread? The Musketeers have struggled since losing Zach Fremantle back on January 28th. He was a top producer, scoring 15 points per game while leading the way on the glass with 8.1 rebounds per contest. Without him in the lineup, Xavier is just 4-3 both straight up and against the spread. It's clear that they aren't as much of a threat with him sidelined. Providence is averaging 79 points per game, and they are going to have no issue running up the score again in this game. Xavier 2 games ago really struggled, and not having Fremantle is going to really hurt them in this game. The lack of scoring by Xavier will be the difference here as Providence gets the job done. I like for Providence to capitalize on Zach Fremantle's absence and prevail on their home floor, so the Providence Friars to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Xavier is potent in the offensive end, and the production has been consistent. They have eclipsed 80 points in 7 of their last 10 games. They rank 9th in adjusted tempo and can pile on the points. In addition, Providence is also dangerous offensively. They have averaged 84 points in their last 4 games and defensively are giving up points. They have allowed at least 70 points in 4 of their last 5 games. Providence scored 76 points before overtime in the meeting against Xavier. The over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings between these rivals. I expect a high-scoring game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Auburn versus Alabama. Southeastern rivals meet on senior night when the Auburn Tigers travel in state to take on the number 2 Alabama Crimson Tide. Auburn just got blown out on the road at Kentucky, going down 86-54 as 5.5-point dogs. Alabama just won a home game over Arkansas 86-83, but failed to cover the 7.5-point spread as favorites. The teams met earlier this season, with Alabama winning by 8 on the road. Auburn is 13-14 against the spread this season, with a 15-12 over-under record. Alabama is 16-10-1 against the spread this year, with a 12-14-1 over-under record. Alabama is still trying to claim a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament and will dominate Auburn in their final home game. Brandon Miller may not be a senior, but this is certainly his last home game for the Crimson Tide. He will not turn down the millions of dollars waiting for him in the NBA. Expect another big game from Miller in this one. On the other side, Auburn has been struggling as of late. They just got beat by 32 on the road and already lost at home to this Alabama team. Their top scorers are post players, and Alabama has better interior players in Miller and Clowney. Auburn's Broom will not be able to get his typical numbers going against these two. Auburn's scoring guard Green Jr. has been off his game lately and will not be able to score much against this athletic defense. Auburn has just been a step behind the conference all season, and despite the rivalry aspect, I expect the Tide to come out strong here Wednesday. Alabama can triple down with the glory by winning their home finale over their arch rivals, while clinching the Southeastern Conference regular season title along the way. Roll Tide for this Iron Bowl matchup. so the Alabama Crimson Tide to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Alabama plays at the second fastest pace in the nation according to Ken Palm, and I do not see them slowing it down in their final home game. Alabama has hit the over in their last 3 consecutive games and will look to put up points here. Auburn is still in the top half of the nation in tempo, ranking 156th out of 363 teams. I expect both teams will get up and down the floor quickly, with Alabama primarily pushing the tempo and Auburn trying top-lay catch-up. The Crimson Tide are looking to strengthen their case for a 1 seed and will fill up the box score in this one. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. DePaul versus Connecticut. The DePaul Blue Demons will play the Connecticut Huskies on Wednesday at the XL Center. Tip-off from Hartford. DePaul lost to Marquette on Saturday. The Blue Demons are 0-5 straight up in their past 5 and 3-15 in Big East Conference competition. Senior forward ncaa is questionable to play after missing the previous 3 games with a hamstring injury. Connecticut beat St. John's on Saturday. The Huskies are 4-1 straight up in their past 5 and 11-7 in Big East play. Junior guard Hassan Dyer is questionable to play after missing the previous game with an unknown ailment. Connecticut defeated DePaul 90-76 on January 31st. The Huskies shot 50.9% from the field and 3-0 for 3-4 at the foul line but were cold from long distance. The Blue Demons shot 44.6%, including 9 for 2-0 from 3, but they were out-rebounded 38-25. The Huskies lead the all-time series 16-1. DePaul is 3-7-1 against the spread in their last 11 road games and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games. The under is 4-1 in DePaul's last 5 games following an against the spread win. Connecticut is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games and 11-5-1 against the spread in their last 17 home games. The over is 39-18 in Connecticut's last 57 home games. The favorite is 10-2 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 12 head-to-head meetings. Connecticut comes into this game in 5th place of the Big East standings and has won 3 games in a row, while DePaul has lost 10 games in a row. Connecticut is the better team in just about every metric in this matchup and will face a DePaul defense that is allowing 77 points against per game. The Blue Demons are coming off a 56-point second half showing versus Marquette, which will carry over into Wednesday's matchup. DePaul may not be as bad as its record suggests either. This season, the Blue Demons have faced the 23rd toughest strength of schedule in the NCAA per Ken Palm. In this meeting, against a familiar foe, they will empty the tank to cover the spread against a Connecticut squad that's preoccupied with chasing bigger dreams later this season. DePaul is too large of an underdog to overlook in this matchup with Connecticut. The Huskies will win straight up, but I don't envision them covering by 18 or more points. So the DePaul Blue Demons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The over is 5-1 in Connecticut's last 6 home games and 18-11 overall in Huskies games this season. I see the Blue Demons scoring plenty in Connecticut. DePaul scored 56 points in the second half last game versus Marquette, who was a similarly large spread favorite playing at home. Even with a 28-point first half performance, the Blue Demons were able to find their groove, shooting over 51% from the floor. Connecticut may not be as locked in if it has a sizable advantage, which would help DePaul. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.